Hey, and welcome to day 14th. I'm pretty sure. It's October 14th. I had the day off, more or less. I did a little bit of work in the morning and then, tried to just relax. I reflected yesterday that I wasn't really sure how this week was going to go. I was feeling kind of in a weird space and found myself kind of trying to occupy a lot of my mind and what I was thinking, what I was planning to do. And so I tried to just actually be in this space and relax and actually take the day off, even though it's Wednesday, because I work weekends still. So this is one of my 2 days off. I was just thinking about, with my eating disorder, the propensity to find other distractions and how easy it is when you have a vacancy of a coping mechanism, and when you're not actively engaged in your eating disorder, then all of a sudden there's all this room and space for other things to engage in, and that can be relationships, and that can be other hobbies, it can be exercise, and it can be other destructive habits, but it is easy to just try to fill that void with a substitute. And I've been called out before that I do that with relationships. And so trying not to just fill my day with clutter. I find that I am on my phone a lot, partly just the nature of my work. If there's a problem, I want to be able to know, and I'm the person that's going to go and help fix it. But then also I just do everything on my phone. I listen to audiobooks on my phone. I run with my phone. I listen to music on my phone. I'm writing emails on my phone, Googling where to get a beer and go to the bookstore on my phone. So it's really hard, even on a day off, to feel like I can just turn my phone off and be away from it and relax, as I felt like my phone really does contribute to my anxiety. And that's been something I'm trying to figure out how to manage too, and also just not checking social media, not trying to fill the space, fill the void with other distractions, and be mindful of eating on days off. Sometimes that's harder for me, so I found I was choosing to exercise over lunchtime, and it took me a while to really get down and get my lunch in. And even now it's I'll have a beer, but I also should have my second snack of the day. And I'm planning on making a nice dinner, which will be great. But making a dinner for myself can sometimes be hard, but it's I have a good recipe. I also reached out to coworkers and friends and asked them about scary movies, because I never watch scary movies. So I'm trying to make an event of things and really force myself to enjoy it and to enjoy the leisure of life, and connecting with people who aren't a distraction, like my siblings or my really close girlfriends. Is a helpful thing. And just again, it's finding ways to balance engaging with my eating disorder recovery, especially now, and it's a bit more intentional, but also living life and doing the other things that are important to me, while still acknowledging where my mental health is at and what might be triggers to it. And the other night I caught up with my ex-husband just to see how he's doing, and it was really nice, and we have a good relationship. But afterwards I felt bad. There were things about our relationship that were triggering, and I just felt not accomplished, and I kind of felt like a loser, that I just wasn't making more money, and that my life wasn't further along. And that was totally on me. That wasn't anything that he put on me, but when I was talking about feeling like Super Sarah, there's just still this big ego part of me that wants to look really impressive to people. And the fact that I'm in specialty coffee and I don't make a ton of money, and living not in the main city of Seattle, is hard. And I should just be grateful, or I'm learning or trying to just be grateful that I do love what I do so much. It brings me a lot of joy. I have enough money to have the life that I want. I live in a beautiful space. I live around a really beautiful area. I go on really nice walks. I can afford groceries. I'm ultimately really grateful for my life, and this is what I wanted, but sometimes it can just be hard to not it can be hard to be satisfied, and I'm trying to learn to be more satisfied with life and choose that satisfaction and choose joy in it. And I think that choosing that joy and intentionally being happy with how life is part of my recovery at this stage of life. So trying to just choose to be happy and satisfied with how things are.